Hey beautiful people, what's going on? So this is a reading for the water signs for the month of October with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. So they're going to be timestamped. So I'm going to do them in the sequence for Pisces, Cancer, and then Scorpio. And then I will end off with an oracle message for you. All right. So let's get right into it. So first up is Pisces. All right. Oh yes, so just wanted to let you know, some of you may have been trying to sign up for that abundance manifestation course of mine, the online one. I do apologize. The link that I actually provided in the last uploads was incorrect. It was faulty. So I'm putting the right link in this one if you're interested in checking it out. Okay. So, Pisces, for the month of October, remember these readings are general, take them as they resonate. For Pisces and those dealing with a Pisces, how come we've got cards that are flipped around? That's very strange. All right, I'm going to take that card out because it's weird that that card is flipped out. So, what has brought you towards where you currently are, Pisces? Ooh, it seems like you have been, you've been at the receivement of other people's judgment. Could be that some people have cut you off, you've cut some people off. You've got the judgment energy there, the five of swords in reverse, and then the lover's energy, Gemini energy, choice energy for you there, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces. So for some of you, there was definitely a space where it feels like it was time to move on. There were some cycles that have come to an end there, beautiful Pisces. And it was super tough. That I can see for a fact. You know, it was hard, it was difficult. But it's almost like, you know, it's almost like there's a sense of like you may have been sort of like sacrificing yourself for other people too much, you know, not always seeing things exactly for what they are. Now, I mean, it's really great that we all want to find like an amicable solution for everything and stuff like that. I'm in full support of that. But what we sometimes tend to do, you know, as human beings, especially you Pisces, is that, you know, you want to consistently see the glass as, you know, people's like, is it half empty, is it half full? And you go like, guys, there's a glass. You know, let's focus on there's a glass with something inside, which means there's potential, which is really great. And I mean, it's one of the things that I admire about you. But, you know, I can really see here that it's almost like you needed to get some clarity on the way forward. You know, who's going to be on your path, who's not going to be on your path, who's there for you, who's not there for you. And things are a little tough here for you at the moment. I can see, and this is something that's coming up very strongly for you, Pisces, with Five of Swords there in reverse. You know, it's one thing to want to try and find the best solution for everybody and all those sort of things. But it's like I can see that you also kind of realize that, you know, like you can try very hard to fight something in a certain way, to want something in a certain way. But for many of you, you realize it's a time to sort of like just let it go and to just give up and, you know, to sort of like accept it for things for what it is. So whatever you're dealing with here, whether it's a, you know, it seems like something very, very personal, but there definitely there's some clarity that came to light here. And I can see that you are not sort of like harping on trying to make it work again and again and again and again and again and again and again, because you might be dealing here with someone that doesn't want to try, that doesn't want to, you know, either want you in their life or a future with you, or they don't want to see your point of view. And it's best sometimes if we just then let that go, you know, which I can see that some of you are at. And if you do, there's some beautiful choices here with the lover's energy that goes ahead for you. You know, choices to find maybe like new dynamics in love, new magic in love, new possibilities in life. You know, new possibilities to be happy. Because what a lot of you may have been doing, which I'm picking up very strongly, Pisces, is that you may have been, you know, sort of like developing tunnel vision without actually meaning to do so. You know, where you're like, I want to have it this way. This is what I see. This is the vision. This is what I want. I'm just going to put this out there. Some of you are not going to like it, but this is just the honest truth. Some of you have been, without maybe possibly meaning to do so because you're so in your emotions, but some of you have been incredibly selfish. You know, you have been like, well, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is how it's affecting me. This is my feelings. These are my emotions. And this may not be how you meant it, but the message that a lot of other people may have gotten was almost like, well, sort of like fuck what I feel. It's just about what you want, which may not have been your intention, but I'm beginning to see that you're kind of beginning to realize that. So really, I'm going to say really be open to seeing things from the other person's point of view. And of course, as always, as I like to remind, it doesn't mean that anybody is right or wrong per se. It just really means that, you are very emotional, which is one of the most beautiful things about you, because that is what gives you that beautiful compassion and kindness. But it does sometimes mean that you look at the world in a almost fantastical sort of way as opposed to a realistic sort of way. And I do feel that life has brought you to a lot of reality, that you might be dealing here with someone or with an energy that they sort of, they just, I wouldn't say that they don't want to make peace. I will just say that maybe for them at the moment, they're dealing with their own sort of stuff. And, something to consider is just because you are ready to have a conversation doesn't mean that the other person is ready to have the conversation yet. And I would honestly, I would let the matter rest a little bit here, Pisces. I would really, I would let the matter rest. That is what I would do, okay? Because I feel that if you push too hard, if you keep on pushing too hard, my beautiful Pisces, you're sort of going to lose someone here. And you might lose them for good. All right? So rather focus on what is working in your life, what is going well for you, what you can do, what you can work with. Let's just clarify a bit that past that has brought you here to where you are, that past influence, that judgment energy. Because I can definitely see that you needed to let go, that you needed to release from some past, sort of like, connections, attachments, energies, and hope here. But then this is beautiful because we've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the Magician energy and the Temperance energy. So this is wish fulfillment, calling into being what you'd like to have, calling in new, learning new lessons. So it's almost like, you expected things to go a certain way. You would have liked them to go that way. I can see that in some ways things really did start looking up for you, which is really, really great. In many ways I can see that you started speaking out, and speaking out is great, but I kind of want to bring your attention here to, it's not so much that you spoke out, but it's more like how you spoke out. That sense of like, it's not what you say, but how you say type of thing. And so you may have offended some people here, and I'm gonna, my biggest recommendation for you, Pisces, is going to be that you chill it out a little bit. If you want to build something beautiful with someone going forward, you want it to be, great and like to everybody's benefit and stuff like that, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to sort of like give someone some time to maybe catch up with their feelings and their emotions, and then maybe rather let them come to you. All right, or at least in future, if it, in any ways you maybe you get where you're in the same space or vicinity, because I feel your energy is being drawn back to each other again, then at least it's not awkward. It can at least be like nice and civil. And I do see energies being brought back to each other again. So it may feel like a permanent cut, whatever you're dealing with here, but I don't sense that it is. All right, let's clarify for you. I don't understand how these cards are in reverse. I mean, I've been going through all of these cards before the reading, but lo and behold. So here for the Five of Swords in reverse, you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, we've got the Chariot energy, which is a Cancer energy, in reverse, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you might be feeling super, super stuck at the moment, my beautiful Pisces, and you are saying, well, I'm feeling so stuck, I should shoulder forward, I should, you might feel very motivated to explain your point of view, to make someone see your point of view, to say, can we sort of like make peace with the past? Can we move forward? Can we make it work? Can we start over? Can we start new? I think that you are coming from very good intentions, but what I can tell you is that you are pissing off the other person. You are pissing off the other energy, because they are like, for fuck's sake, can you just let me breathe? So I am going to recommend to you, I can feel your pain, I definitely can. But I'm going to say to you, Pisces, give this some time. Don't rush this, all right? Don't rush it at all. Let's rather look at some of these new options that are available here, because I feel that if you let the matter rest, that there are actually other opportunities that are coming about for you, which may be, more beautiful than you may have anticipated. So let's look at that Lover's energy, which is following on that Mercury energy that we got there with the Magician. So we got the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. So I do see a definite, quite a big change in dynamic here. I see a beautiful breakthrough with the finances, with opportunities. I do see victory and success. I do see a positive turnaround, a positive change around here for you beautiful Pisces. So the tables are definitely turning, and they are turning in your favor. But again, do not push the matter. Whatever it is that you feel inclined that I must push it, I must let them see my point of view, I must let them understand how we feel, that is the worst thing that you can do for the situation. All right, let's see what we've got for you in Oracle Energy, my beautiful Pisces. That card just went flying out there and it said Gateway. So this is one of those things where sometimes in life you get a blessing, and it doesn't seem like a blessing initially, but it's a blessing in disguise, where you are being offered with a magical gateway, my beautiful Pisces, to a new start, to a new beginning, to a new way of how you're having a relationship with this person. And something very magical that I like to share, and I shared it in that Abundance Manifestation Masterclass of mine as well, where the link is in the description, where you can really sometimes shape things and you say to yourself, you know what? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. And when you do, it's almost like you open yourself to this floodgate of miracles and blessings and opportunities and possibilities to come through in ways that you may actually not have anticipated. All right. So I wish you all the best from my heart. I wish you love. I wish you kindness. I wish you everything that's beautiful, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces. And may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Namaste. All right, Cancerians. Let's see what we've got for you, my beautiful people. How you doing, my Luna babies? Okay, so Cancer. I'm going to draw you some cards. We're going to end up with an oracle message. Take it as it resonates. Cancer, dealing with Cancer. Wherever you've got Cancer in your chart. Cancer, I get a very uneasy feeling for you. Like, when you have like an onset of like maybe like an illness or something. I'm not saying that you're getting sick, but it's more like an emotional heartburn, if I can call it that. All right, where you kind of get like a funny onset of something, and you can sort of like feel it going crazy already. Let's see what that is all about, my beautiful, beautiful Cancerians. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Cancer, you're gonna have to pump the brakes like nobody's business. Like seriously, you're gonna have to like chill it out here. So you've got the Two of Wands leading up to where you are, the Knight of Wands, and also the Three of or the Three energy, which is a beautiful energy, Empress energy. So I can see that for some of you there were some changes that have been made recently, maybe some mega changes, some dynamic changes. Some of you may have just moved, some of you may have made some big changes in your life, but I see mostly there's a big change in mindset that's taken place. It's almost like you are doing like an emotional sort of spring clean over here, which initially I see as being a very, very good thing, but it's almost like and of course, with you being the sensitive, beautiful energy, my Cancerians, is that when you sort of like go through your mind and you realize like, okay, I thought this was my friend, I thought this is how life's going to go forward, I thought this was my person, I thought this was love, I thought this was my vision, this was my goal, this, you've got those type of things. But then you sort of, begin to see the wood for the trees, or, I keep on getting it wrong. But anyway, you know what I mean. Like, and you go like, no. So I can see that for a lot of you, there's a lot of emotional clarity that came to light, that you may have thought, oh, I like that person. That's how I want life to be. That's how I want my future to be. And you go like, it's not really working. I can see that for many of you, you have utilize that beautiful, beautiful manifestation power that you have through your emotions, but for many of you, you've kind of used it to your detriment, However, I see you being in a space where you are being very pushy at the moment, and you want to be mindful because maybe you are being a little bit, maybe you're being a little bit extra here, my beautiful Cancerians, pushing things where you don't need to push them. I see you being ready for love, or, being ready to like be with your person and really being beautiful and dynamic and stuff like that. And I do see love coming in, and I do see you focusing on it, and I do see that it's a very good thing. You know, I do see, especially for those of you that are not with someone, I see a beautiful connection coming about for you, my beautiful Cancerians. So, especially for those of you that's been feeling sort of like lonely, for those of you that have felt almost sort of like this, sort of like disassociated from your personal power, basically. Um, I just see like it's like you had this complete change around in mindset. So it's almost like, I don't even know if you can call it like this, but it almost feels like when a person feels like your focus is a little bit off, like your energy is a little bit off, like you're very all over the place, you know, very displaced. And it's almost like being incredibly or almost like overly associated, but then also overly disassociated, you know, simultaneously. So it's like both extremes there. I feel that for many of you, you felt that you had to be very focused. You had to really focus on your home life, put down your foundations. You had to get things right. Some of you have made yourself very sick, actually, that I can tell. And I can see that for many of you, you are coming out of that space where, or let's rather say that you're coming into that space. I think that's more correct to say that, where emotionally you're becoming very fine-tuned in your focus, which may not always be the best, you know, sort of like path to follow for everybody. But for you, I see that as a, you know, it's the thing that you want to do. You really want to fine tune in on your energy, in on your focus, because that's also how you draw this beautiful Venus energy into your life. So again, I see that for many of you, you are drawing new magic into your life. So even if you are, you know, faced with a situation, Cancer, that feels like, you know, sort of like very fuckity fuck sort of thing, you know, um, don't feel, but I don't see you there though, but just as a reminder, or maybe for even somebody who's just got strong Cancer in the chart, whatever's happening for you at the moment, is sort of like to you, is actually happening for you. All right. You are being led in a very positive direction of light. I see a lot of reward coming about for you. I see your hard efforts finally paying off. So if you are concerned about, you know, can I make it? Will I make it? Will things work out? Will I finally get there? You know, will I get the money? Will I get the peace of mind? All of those type of things. I see everything working out for you, especially in career and all the materialistic parts in life. But the reason for that is because I see that your heart has been opening, your heart chakra has been opening. So even if like sort of life sort of like a plunked you and almost like put you down, you know, on your bed, flat on your back, um, I can see that a lot of you realized that it was time to take a break, so you took it, which is great, you know. But for those of you that have been sort of like plunked down, you needed that time almost like for your DNA upgrade to take place. All right. Let's clarify. So let's look at these changes. There's big emotional changes that have happened here, and it's like sort of like fluctuated all over the place. So we've got the moon energy, which is Pisces energy. Also, obviously, today being September the 30th, when I'm doing this, channeling this reading for you, we're still in that harvest, full moon, super moon energy. Okay, there's another card that fell out for you, so we're going to take it. So the first two cards that came out for you, beautiful, beautiful Cancerians, there was the moon and the Nine of Swords. So there was a lot of emotional debris that you needed to get, you know, rid of. And with four cards, it's all about balance. And then we've got the Hanged Man and the Two of Swords. So for some of you, I do see very strong emotions all over the place. For some of you, you know, there might be a lot of tears, a lot of cries, a lot in your emotions. Hand over to source, hand over to source, hand over to source. Okay? Don't try to push the solution so much. Definitely don't try to push the envelope. You know, hand over to source. There is the reason why I feel that for a lot of you, while you might be experiencing conflict, the reason why a lot of things are not working out might be that you maybe just, you know, it's almost like your vision for your future, for yourself, is or was too small. I'd rather go with was too small. You know, so I can see that for a lot of you, there was a lot of emotions that needed to come out. There were very heavy days that needed to come out. Then for many of you, you were just handing it over to source, handing it over to that higher power, which is the greatest thing that you could have done, because this is how the solutions come through for you. Okay? It's that whole space of like, I surrender all, which is really fantastic for you. Let's look at this Knight of Wands over here for you. So you have got the Sun energy, you have got the Queen of Cups energy, and then you also have the Page of Cups energy over here. So definitely again, new beginnings in life, new beginnings in love. It's your thoughts. Your thoughts are always very powerful in any case, Cancer, but your thoughts are super powerful at the moment. They're basically magical spells. So it's almost like, it's like your holy guardian angel came in here and said to you, Cancer, whoa, 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 slow your motherfucking roll, that you were just, it's almost like you had a plan in your head, which wasn't necessarily a bad plan, but it's almost like you maybe have become so almost like focused and almost like fixated on your plan that you didn't allow any other possibilities to come through in the mind, and in that way you may have almost become your own worst enemy in a sense. So but now I see you focusing bigger, I see you focusing on new starts, I see you going on new beginnings, I see you treating any obstacles as just understanding that they are directing you in maybe a better direction. It's interesting, any sort of unexpected um, thing that happens from life, they can almost feel like a low blow, almost like for you, Cancer. It could actually be the thing that directly leads you to that beautiful love of your life. Okay, let's look at this Venus energy for you. Oh, this is so beautiful. So you have got the Page of Wands, so definitely new beginnings, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. All right, so you are painting a new picture in life for you. I can see that for a lot of you, there may have been a lot of things, a lot of, energetic connections, energetic ties that almost felt like they were holding you back in life, Cancer. And I can see that in a sense, you sort of go like, meh, you freed yourself from that. And you took yourself in a new direction, painting a new picture for yourself in life, focusing on you, focusing on new start, focusing on a new beginning. And I can see that being really, really beautiful, working out really, really well to your favor. All right. Let's see, Cancers, what you have in Oracle energy for you. Voyage. You see, you've been trying to do everything on your own, handing over to a bigger power. There's that full moon. There's that bigger power taking you, that higher power, higher self, taking you to bigger, better, and more. All right, which is really, really fantastic, my beautiful Cancerians. So that's what I got for you. Hope that it helps. Remember to check out the links down below in the description for my online coaching options. Okay. Scorpio, oh, I like it. There's a sense of lightness in your energy. I like this, Scorpio. So let's see what we have for you, my beautiful Scorpios. What do we got for Scorpio? It's like you just want to sing and dance and hop and triple all over the place. I love it, I love it, I love it. Heidi loves it. Okay, so first card came out, Chariot energy, Cancer energy. So have you maybe been dealing with a Cancer? Look at the card at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. Beautiful emotional breakthrough. I feel that you're finally opening your heart to the beautiful possibilities, Scorpio, that are available for you in life. Sometimes in life you can be very calculated, even sort of like sneaky, trying to protect yourself from being hurt because you've got such beautiful, emotions. You've got such a kind, giving heart that what you sometimes do, and what I see that for many of you you've done for the longest time, is that you've built these walls, these barriers of protection around you, wanting to safeguard your own heart and feelings and emotions. And I can see that, obviously for many of you that's what you needed to do there for a while, but it's almost like you began to see how that in itself is more to your detriment as opposed to your benefit. So you kind of like changed your game, all right? I see that you started to become more risky, maybe started to chat with someone that you might have an interest with, just to see where they're coming from. And I really like this. I see that for many of you, that you've been becoming very brave, which I love, my beautiful, beautiful Scorpios, because I know that sometimes for you, everybody thinks that you're so like, brave and grotesque and everything, but it's very hard for you sometimes. But I can see that you've been becoming very brave, very strong, giving yourself that chance in life that you deserve, investing in yourself, taking those risks, all very good things. So you've got the Chariot energy there for you, my beautiful, beautiful Scorpios. We've got great news for money, and we've got the Seven of Swords. So there's beautiful breakthroughs here for you in life. There's breakthroughs and opportunities here for you in life, my beautiful Scorpios. For those of you that have been feeling like you are trying your best and you're just never getting there, no matter how hard you try, you're just not getting there. This sort of risk that you started to take, this sort of chance that you took on yourself, I can see it being very much to your benefit, you know, and I can see how brave many of you have been. I can see the risk that you've taken on your heart. I can see that you dare to sort of dream bigger as opposed to saying to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to think about it, I'm not going to focus on that, because what if I do and it doesn't work out and you'll end up the fool again. But I can see that for some of you, you began to see how, you know, that sort of, you know, way of operating, how it just sort of like, you know, makes you be the person who, you know, suffers most at the end of the day. And I can see that you realize to yourself, you know what, this is not what I want to do anymore, this is not how I want to live anymore, I want to have a different experience of life. And I really, really love that, you know. I can see that you honored your emotions more by feeling them, and not only feeling them, but by speaking about them, by maybe sharing parts of yourself with other people, you know, showing them who you are, by basically being open and vulnerable. And that also is bringing in the money for you. That is bringing the opportunities for you. There's a beautiful breakthrough here for you. You've been feeling sort of like disrespected in your life, disrespected in your job. No matter how hard you work, nothing ever works, nothing ever, you know, comes through for you or anything like that, Scorpio. I see a beautiful, beautiful breakthrough. And what I love most of all is here with the Seven of Swords next to this Ace of Pentacles. I see you being in a space where you are saying to yourself, you know what, I tried my best. I've done my best, I did my best, I tried this, I tried that, it didn't move on. And I can see you cutting your losses, and what I love so much is you cutting your losses from a point of peace, and you're just moving on, and you're just moving forward, and you're just saying to yourself, you know what, unfortunately, this is probably not going to change, they're not going to change, that's not going to change. And what I like so much is, you know, with Scorpio, with you, sometimes you can be like, you know what, that person's never going to change, I'm going to move forward, screw them, I don't even care, burn in hell, whatever happens to you, slip down a slippery slide, I hope you break your neck type of thing. I can see that you are moving on here, but you are wishing them well, which I love. You know, whoever hurt your heart, you're wishing them well. And it's almost like, for many of you, I feel that you may have sort of like get yourself a little bit entangled in maybe the wrong sort of connections, the wrong, you know, I suppose, quote unquote, you can call it wrong, but the wrong job, the wrong partner, the wrong connection, the wrong friends, the wrong situation. But in a, you know, in a different sense, it obviously also serves a very positive purpose, because, you know, it makes you realize that, well, that is not the best option for me, there's a different option for me, that is a better option. Okay, so in that sense, you know, even when we make a quote unquote wrong choice, it does still serve to our benefit. All right, I see great things for you going forward. Let's clarify the Chariot energy, that water energy, that Cancer energy, that Merkaba energy, which is beautiful, because I can also see you, you know, having connected with sort of like, you know, your higher self, you know, handing over to your higher self, handing over to your holy guardian angel, letting the universe bring the beauty through for you, instead of trying to do what I sometimes call micromanaging God, you know. And let's see what we have for you. So with the Chariot energy, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Strength energy, Leo energy, Ten of Cups, King of Swords. So yeah, a lot of healing's been taking place. It feels to me in many ways that for some of you, you may have actually opened yourself to the right connection. So again, it was by becoming brave. Because, I mean, you know what, it's super easy to, well, not really super easy, but when when we're still in the space of uncertainty and fear and trying to find our feet and stuff like that, it's kind of, you know, with like sort of like the subconscious self-sabotage still being operational, it's easier, quote unquote, to get yourself in the wrong connections, the wrong friendships, the wrong relationships, the wrong whatever, to also, in a sense, bring yourself to the realization to get clarity for what it is that you really want and how you might be holding yourself back. And I see that family life, you know, because of that energy dynamic is changing there. So you've got a lot of positivity to look forward to. I see that for many of you, you consciously chose happy family life, whatever that means to you. You know, you chose that happy place within, and reflected back on the past. And I can see also for many of you, it's almost like you have reflected back, and you may have thought maybe someone, well, you know, maybe that person just wants a piece of me. And I can feel that for many of you, you almost sort of like convinced yourself that maybe somebody, this is more sort of like just like a booty call type of thing, that they're not really interested in your heart. And I can see that a lot of that bullshit sort of like things came really from your own hurt, which, that happens. We are human. But now that you've begun to see the clear, like the light, and the light has started to come through, I can actually see that you could start to see, what's up, baby? That you could start to see people's, intentions for what they really are, and you're looking back and you're like, oh my goodness, they really did care about me. And so I can feel for a lot of you, you're kind of like in a sense of like, oh my goodness, is it not too late? No, everything is divinely perfectly timed, And I can also see that especially for those of you that are making new connections, or for those of you that were sort of like, I feel in a connection where the person that you were with was sort of like, having that feeling almost like they were half, 1 foot in and 1 foot out type of thing. I can see them putting both feet in now because your energy is allowing it now. All right. And I can actually see you, when you speak about building an empire with your person, you and your person can really build a beautiful empire. It doesn't just have to be romantic. It can be a friendship dynamic for many of you. But let's see what we've got with that Ace of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles are definitely stepping into your strength. 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups. So I see you building an empire with your soulmate. All right? Building with your soulmate. Building with your twin flame. Okay? So building with your person, basically, so to speak. Beautiful. Swords coming through there because you're letting swords come through. So for some of you, there can be those instant connections, getting into that connection, getting into that relationship, getting into that soul connection energy, that marriage energy, almost like, it's almost like, let's imagine you've been friends with someone for a while, and maybe, you kind of both had like feelings for each other type of thing. And I can see that you're both on that space of realizing, yes, this is my person. This is the person I want to spend my life with. They sort of get it. And it's like everything is just working out. So don't worry about things like money and distance and all that sort of things. Everything is working out here. And I see everything working out for the better. Definitely happy family dynamic. It's almost like all the reasons why things may not have worked out before are now all the reasons why things can work out and can work out really, really beautifully. All right. Let's look at the 7 of Swords here. So the World, the 5 of Cups, and Temperance energy, Sagittarius energy stepping in there as well. Learning energy, changing energy, merging energy. So yes, the end of a cycle. I see some of you still feeling super, super bad. It's almost like you owe your person an apology. This card wants to come out, the Devil energy. So yeah, some of you owe your person an apology. And you know what? I see that you don't have to think about it too much. I won't sort of like stress about it too much. I will just sort of like allow my heart to open and let the flow happen, and it just seems like everything happens quite easily. Don't sort of feel that you must be the wrong person in this whole dynamic or stuff like that. All right, just let things unfold naturally. All right, let's see what we've got for you in Oracle energy, beautiful Scorpio. I like that for you very, very much. Allowing yourself, finally, actually I'm hearing finally allowing yourself to be loved. And look at that. Can it get any more beautiful than that? Abundance. Abundance all across the board for you. My beautiful, beautiful Scorpios. I love seeing that for you. So I really hope that October is the most beautiful month of your life for you, my beautiful Scorpios. From my heart, namaste, love and light. I'll see you next time.